go. One more here before the next break. So what are you hoping to see done differently going into this next game? I think for me, man, again, another big bonus. That's what I want to see. Just do it all, run it all back.
Yeah.
Again.
Agreed.
That's it.
Just want a big bonus.
Let's just see. Poach, hey, if you're out there, if you want to go ahead and get another big, or anyone, really, just anyone. Let's grab some big bonuses. I actually think that would be kind of a cool story, is that Poach be the only player that got big bonuses. But then there's also like the other side of the story that's like, oh wait, so many other players also got big bonuses.
I would like that.
Could go either way. Taking a look at the bus, it has launched. Got kind of like a lower side, heading upside toward Wailing Woods. And so again, the bus is launching kind of toward the lower half of the map. So if players are trying to get to things like Pleasant Park, Junction, Haunted Hills, they have to glide for much farther. But taking a look, Hogman is diving right toward Floating Island. He's like, look, Wailing Woods, man. I hear this is a pretty good spot. Let's take a look.
That's true. That's right. And I mean, along with that, he looks up and sees 2, 3, 4 players.
A lot of people
floating with him. Yeah. So that's got to be a little bit intimidating. It doesn't seem like anyone's going for these chests on the bottom, which is what he seems to be going for.
There's only the one. So here's the thing. He's got to be fast. Be fast. Okay.
Yeah, and one thing that I think that is interesting while we have this angle up is, you know, there's players right now in Wailing that are doing things, collecting loot, getting materials, right? Already taking fights. While if you're to stretch further on a bus, you have less time to do all that.
Right. Because they've already touched down.
Exactly. So I think that's one thing about gliding and the meta that I don't think a lot of people put a light on. But that's definitely something that impacts gameplay, those 20, maybe 30 seconds.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
It's there.
I mean, that's
Jumpman.
That's symbolic. That's symbolic right there.
The lucky llamas. All right, Jumpman, what is your reward here? It's a Chug Jug, Shockwaves, ammo. You got the chiller. That's good. This time, that llama was not secretly a bush bandit.
True.
So that's good. All right. Okay. That is the second lucky llama. Also, within the day, we've seen we usually don't see lucky llamas in the Skirmish series, but Exhaust used up one of his boogies on Barton.
Another one.
How many boogies does he have? Okay, it was 3. Exhaust just getting punished right now. Barton's like, peek out. Let me see. Throw the boogie. There you go.
Oh, the clean headshot. It just takes it home.
There you go. Now Risky is all his. He can use those metal cars, farm up a bunch of metal, and he's currently in the safe zone. So watching that mini-map, you got players rotating from down south over to Haunted Hills, though. So this is the castle above Haunted Hills.
Yep. We have Jared FPS, Chica Live, Sun Aspect. There. So I actually started dropping at this place because I wanted to see what it offered in terms of gameplay, mat count, equipment, and stuff like that. So this is not ideal for all 3 of these players. Having 3 people on top of here is going to be a real issue for these players coming into mid and late game. Even if Sun Aspect comes out here, eliminates Chica, eliminates Jared, he's still going to be put in a position, material-wise, oh, nice emote. He's still going to be put in a position where he is going to be struggling for materials in the late game. But Andu excels in his replay here. Super aggressive play. Going to go ahead and eliminate JT there.
Zoof
and
also finding an elimination.
Yep. On to Zoof. Zoof is relaxed and has lots of meds to just go ahead and get back to full health here. He's going to be walking out of there with those bandages, 2 and 1 Hida bodies. And Nibs are also just hanging out on this house, looking toward an engagement. But Body says, could have the house.
Good. Yeah, I'm going to try and see if there's any additional loot, which there's not.
Oh! Wait.
Nibs finds an angle on him.
What angle? What? What did I just see? Okay.
Was that through the window on the first floor?
No. Whoa, I think he shot it through the, so you know how like that house
has the broken
like
ceiling?
that broken ceiling?
Yeah. You think he
I think he went outside. Yes.
Wait.
He did. Oh
Wait, no,
my
it's down.
God.
It's even lower than that.
No. Yeah, that's the broken.
Yeah, but it was
the broken
from
ceiling from the first floor.
Yes,
Man.
yes. Wow. Shout out to Nibs. Okay, then. All right. That is the dopest snipe we've seen today.
Definitely.
Wow. Now Nibs is probably feeling pretty good. He's like, yeah, what's up? Over to Raise Fire, though, in Shifty Shafts. He's got one elimination already. There's a player close by. Can't tell who it is just yet. But he's looking okay. He's got some good mats. Got the grenade launcher looking great. Plenty of ammo. Even the minis. 95 HP, so there's probably like a mushroom somewhere close by that he can use to just get that clean 100.
Most definitely.
Med kit.
And it doesn't seem like these players are going to be taking an engagement at all anytime soon. I think they're both just, he rotated out of Shifty. So Ray's just going to go ahead and prioritize farming here, get his mats up. He has an elimination, 75 players remaining. And as the circle rotates, he's just going to take it easy basically here and just make it so his mid game is set up for him and allows him and sets himself up to make an elimination happen.
Look at this current safe zone. You like to see it. Take a look at how many people are currently in things like Retail Row. You've got Wailing Woods is currently a hotspot. Lazy Links looks like you got to see players near that corrupted zone. I mean, even take a look down south near Gus, right? Paradise Palms. These are still places people have to rotate up from. I mean, near Lucky Landing, there is an engagement happening on the very edge of the map.
Yeah.
And you're probably wondering, is that worth it? It's probably time to go. Need to get
Are they legit off the map?
Yeah, they're right on the edge there.
Oh man.
But now over to Jay Cuddy in Tilted Towers. One elimination. Up top is Excels. Excels being real brave right now.
Yeah.
Just drinking a half shield out in the open.
Yeah. You know, that in a situation like that, I ain't trying to conserve no mats. I'm good.
Yeah. I will put up a 1x1. Excels, it's like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and disengage. I think this is, ooh. Oh, little nook and cranny there. Okay. All right. That's cool. Boo-boo bush.
Play the med kit. Disengage.
Destroy.
Just get himself nice and healthy.
Okay. And now, again, the safe zone's right across the way there. It's just on the other side of the river. You don't have to go that far. Let's take a look at this replay.
Dusty.
The dimes.
Oh. Okay. Listen, you don't see a lot of love coming out of that item, the semi-auto sniper, man. I love it when people use a semi-auto sniper.
And take a look. Destroy gets a nice upgrade there in the slurp. We've got the purple AR there as well. I like that people are starting to favor boogie bombs again, man. I love seeing them.
They have been. They've been making their comeback. There's no way to deny that. A lot of players have actually been picking them up, combining them with a double barrel actually. So late game, you just if you nail somebody with that, you got yourself a free elimination. That's what that is.
Destroy getting over this hill. Now there are two players on the other
Stay
side.
Cuddy.
Now here's the thing. Excel is super low. He's gonna start healing.
No.
Destroy's closing in. He's like, I heard something.
Wow.
Just keep him from healing. There you go. Apply the pressure. And now Destroy just sits here. He's like, well, the safe zone is like right behind me. Excels, I would like to eliminate you, if you could please. Oh, he's actually opting to just bail.
Yeah.
So to be fair, he probably doesn't know exactly how low Excels is. He knows that Excel's got the elimination.
Yeah, or on the other side, he does and just doesn't want to take the time to get an elimination that's not really going to get him much in terms of materials, equipment. You know, he's basically using all of his meds already, you know, trying to sustain that fire. So instead of that, yeah, he could just go to the zone and wait it out and just wait for Excels to come through, because I doubt Excels is going to go anywhere else around there. Actually, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to sneak his way through the other side. And
valley here.
I think he's using the new ice trap. He's kind of sliding around a little bit, his little icon. But he's back. He's back into his normal shape and form. And we have a Spicy right north of Retail Row. He has somebody holding the high ground above him. Does he know?
There's no mats.
Oh, he is at no HP, actually. That's why he's not being shot at.
Excels was lost in the storm. Saw him go down right there.
That's unfortunate.
Look at that. 15 bullets, 12. I mean, it only takes one good heavy snipe. Not quite.
It takes one good anything at this point with the amount of health that Horrify's got, let's be honest.
Yeah, Horrify has like, what, 7 HP? It's really not much. Oh, look at that. On the way out, he's like, hey, Horrify, here's some bandages.
Oh, Horrify just like 1 HP? Nah! I'm out here. You want to fight? Let's fight. Look at him. This is monster. He's pushing toward him and look, he's taking a shot.
Oh, 67!
Ooh. Oh, you know what? Yo, if I was Horrify, yo, have you ever, you've been in middle school, right?
Yeah.
You know, like the strong kids, oh, never mind. He's taking it.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Oh,
elimination.
Man. I'm curious to know what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say, you know, in middle school, you try to be by yourself, act like you're tough and whatnot.
Right.
Like that was the move Horrify was going for. He was going for the middle school psychological play.
He's like, yeah, no, don't take my lunch money. Okay. All right.
That's
Coop
Bandit's
Train.
head.
Yep. Coop Train said, nice try. Thank you for the loot transfer. I appreciate it. I mean, hey, look, heavy sniper for your trouble, not the worst thing in the world. Now he's like, what do I drop for this? I actually would have kept the shockwaves. I hope he keeps the shockwaves anyway. Well, taking a look at the current scoreboard, Myth, look how many people have 2 eliminations.
Look how many people have 1 elimination.
Just so
in general, this is like a frag out match, and as you see here, we're going into this circle with, I think, is it sub 50 players? I think it's around 40.
59.
It's at 59, and people have elims like this. But we'll see how people play out these upcoming circles, because now it's time to ask the question if eliminations will happen after this point. Because as we've seen in these upcoming games, there's been people that have favored the rotation more than anything at this point in the game. And this is really when kills sort of die down in NA Fortnite, and you'll see them start to pick up toward these upcoming circles, the circle after this one and into the moving circles. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how everybody just plays it out.
One thing I'd like to actually point out, now that we see where the new safe zone is, taking a look at the minimap. Oh, almost gets the shot there. Taking a look at the minimap, though. Look how many people are down by containers. That's a congested area. Tomato Temple, even the hill just down south of that. There's so many players here. And then if you look kind of on the top side of the new safe zone, you've only got 2 players there. One is on the very edge of the circle, even inside Wailing Woods. 2 players on the outskirts there. So everything on the east side of this new safe zone, great, super easy and clean rotations. Everyone else, you got your work cut out for you.
Well,
Best
yeah,
of luck. And
that floating island serves as a beacon of light for every single person that is in containers, that is in Rock Hill, that's trying to get into the zone right now. Because not only are you able to kind of like float and get a better position, but you could then play and use that floating island. You could use that whirlwind to just go ahead and get the next circle position if it plays. And it will play within the radius of being able to fly. So if somebody is patient, if somebody waits and just waits for the right opportunity for this next circle after it closes, they can get into a really good position for late game here using that. And I'd love to see how people use this floating island and its rotational, ability to make this next circle happen for them. The circle after this circle.
Here we are, Poach. The people's champion, if you will.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough game coming into late game with 400 mats, like total basically, and that's a rough situation to be in.
And again, man, there's just so many people here with 2 eliminations across the board, 1 eliminations across the board. So there is a lot of action happening. It's just spread out everywhere. There's just not key players that are racking up the eliminations right now. Everyone has some form of elimination. So everyone's actually really close to meeting that first threshold. 3 points. But Munch God here,
battling Nice.
You talked about it, man.
Here we have all these players moving in, trying to get near this vortex, know that it's going to be something of value, basically, coming into late game here. And Destroy taking out C9 Boss not too far away. And all these players are going to have to move.
Launch getting cheeky. Time. He's like, look, I've got a little bit of time here. How about I try and just, you know, chip away your health a little bit. The vortex is right there. I'll make rotation. Look at how many people are around this vortex. You called it out perfectly. Everyone's prepared. They're like, hey, where's the new safe zone? We're all just going to hang around this vortex. When we get the new circle, that's where we're going. It's a free rotation. It's like having a launch pad, a stationary launch pad, rather. Now, the important thing is, like you talked about, there's also a ton of other people that are like, oh, yeah. No, you go up first.
Exactly.
You go up first.
That's a point that I was just going to bring up. And basically, thinking with that, let's check out this replay first before I get into that note. Sen Aspect. Oh,
all right.
Beautiful shot with the heavy, but there's going to be two types of people here. There's going to be people that take that rotation early. There's going to be people that take that rotation late with the vortex. And I think the right decision overall is if you can take it late, especially if it's overwhelming, you'll be able to contest high ground if you can. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, look at that.
Nox takes off. Fulmer taking off. Again, just watch that top right of your mini-map right there. Look just how many people are flowing around in the vortex, how many people are close together right now. Hysteria getting taken down. Fulmer, who just took off, eliminates Putrid Orange. We're still, man, I don't know how we're doing it, and now TFU just dealt it and Ghost School smelt it. But I don't know how we're doing it, but we have 43 players still left alive in this lobby, Myth.
That's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing a lot more players making it into the late game. We talked about it before this match went underway. But now comes the time where, you know, how are these players about to play this next rotation? It's more dynamic than it's really ever been with that floating island being part of the game, and you could come up and be a part of it and say, hey, and not be a part of it, sorry, and say, hey, I'm not going to play for that. I know a lot of you guys are going to play for it, and I'm just going to go and sit in the zone and chill right on the edge of it. Because the edge of it actually isn't in the vortex anymore. You can't really get it unless you build up to it. And that's something that I think is interesting. We'll see how players decide to, you know, ship and you know, come up and figure out the way that they're going to play this next circle, this next situation. But as you see here, we have players with 3 kills coming up. We have Zoof. Kills off Coop Train.
Oh, Coop
Gotta
Train.
be careful. All those shots just going right by his body. Oh, that is dangerous.
Probably slight panic, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Not like this. And look at this, man. You got players up top, like we talked about. They're in the zone. They've been here for a long time. They're fortified up. They're saying, come on, everybody, rotate in. Give us line of sight of you.
There you go, TFU.
And TFU
finds an elimination.
Reverse with 7 HP. That is a stink grenade. Tfue, man, you talked about, he's just using all the tools at his disposal. He's got the long range and the silence of the art. He's got those stink bombs. He eliminated someone else with the stink bombs. He's just waiting. He's chipping them down and saying, look, here's an entire area I'm denying, and you're inside it. So you're either going to move, and I'm going to get you, or you're just going to, I'm going to deal it, and you're going to smell it. Dealt it. I'll dealt it. I'll have dealt it, and you'll have smelt it. Past tense. Words.
Yeah, we're back on Aspect. 3 eliminations. He's closing on somebody else. The circle is moving basically all the way across and out of Wailing Woods. And it seems like it's actually on a little bit of... Oh, no, so that's the center of Wailing. Sorry, not the other side. Did we just hit a shot?
No, someone used the chiller. They were moving super fast. You love to see it.
You just seen a little outline of his body just
he was just zipping by, yeah. Liquid Poach, though, goes down to Nice, and Nate Hill eliminates Frizzable. Back over to Tfue, man.
Making his way. Doing everything he can in his power to get into the zone. And I think that's how Tfue... I think if there's one thing that I see that's consistent is if he has the match to get to the zone early, he's going to try to do it. He doesn't care. Because he plays that situation so well where he's in the zone and doesn't have to worry about people rotating like rotating with him instead of rotating toward him, and then he grabs those few eliminations off, like we see him do so often. And here we go, Sen Aspect. Doesn't get the kill, but does get the chug jug, the loot, the mats, the ammunition, everything that he needs basically to make sure that he makes it into this game. Vivid 4 eliminations, 675 metal is what he's working with now, representing Lucky Llamas.
Lucky Llama fans out there are probably really excited about this right now.
Yeah, him, TFU's right behind him with 3 kills though. Vivid just needs to keep on going, and as you see, like, look at here, TFU has the high ground already, but it's not like he was super in the zone. He just sneaked by everybody like a ninja.
Vivid, does he get it? He does not get it.
Doesn't find that elimination, no. But he does fancy that loot, let me tell you.
TFU, man, still just maintaining high ground. And again, this goes back to this play, right? He could very easily just be sitting here plinking at everything in front of him. Look at this, very methodical though. Sees one guy, goes, I can pick, this is one, I can make this pick. And he does it, falls through, and that's it. He starts rotating, maybe towards the loot. Look at me. Look, see, there's someone down below. He could have shot that player. Nope. I'm just gonna go grab the only things I need. I'm out of there. Grappler, he picks it up, and now makes a cheeky rotation there in front of someone.
Definitely. And takes some damage.
He might get punished for it.
That could work out in TFU's favor. It was a risky play, but him making it out alive definitely shows how the decision making there coming from TFU is just so beneficial at the end of the day.
Myth, take a look. Some of these players just hanging out in the sky. Vivid's current mats, 345 metal. That's not a whole lot. Definitely not.
I could agree with you there. He's just going to get into the zone. He's going to relax. Make sure he's over some of these other players and just wait for people to come toward him, see if he can get an elimination or two and get somebody else's mats. But while we're saying that, Sword Louis is going at it in the storm, trying to make his way back in on an opponent. 3 eliminations. Somebody comes up from above, though. It's Zoof. So it seems, to my knowledge, I might be wrong here, but Zoof seems to have the high ground here. He's pretty healthy on HP. He isn't the greatest on AR ammo, but 16. He does maintain high ground. Mats aren't looking too well, but we could see something come out of Zoof here. We could see him come up big if he gets in the elimination that he needs. If somebody tries to contest him and he shuts them down with that double barrel. This is where the match gets a little bit more interesting. The stakes are brought up a little bit more when there's very few things you got to work with and you just got to make something happen. Vivid gets taken out by EU Maze.
No, Vivid eliminates Maze. Yep.
Pardon.
Wait.
So that's Vivid, 5 eliminations.
5.
And there's 14 people left. We're going to see a Porta Fortress get taken down, which means one of two things. Somebody wanted a high ground take, or somebody was under pressure.
Tifu's still here. Vivid is still alive as well. Mista, B-Sox. So Quiet Cloak is even still alive here.
Zoof was lost in the storm. It's no good. He's trying to find his way.
We could very well potentially see another big bonus here.
We could. Vivid is the person to do it. I mean, he has 200 HP coming into the circle. There's only one other player with that amount of HP that could contest him potentially. So Vivid just makes things happen, forces his aggression on everybody else. If he plays for that type of aggression, we could see something huge come out of Vivid here. He could activate it. 9 people left.
6.
Other than Vivid, 6 eliminations. It's gonna happen.
We could see, can you imagine?
I can feel it.
Can you imagine? Nox though. Okay. He took down Tfue. Okay.
6 eliminations.
This is really good news for Liquid specifically rather. Okay, we got 9 players left. Vivid can make this. Look at his 1,000 small bullets, 6 minis. He's got the half shield.
He just needs to let people have it at this point. And I think, listen, if there's somebody that I think that could get 2 eliminations during the circle with the amount of mats that they have, I think it's Vivid. And he makes it happen. Finds one, finds the double barrel.
This
will he pick it up?
Ladies and gentlemen, if Liquid finds Vivid finds another elimination, that activates big bonus.
Picking up the double barrel, waiting for his opponents to come down. Might spray them down beforehand.
He drops everything. He's
It's time for Vivid to make it happen. He knows they're right above him. He hears them breaking. He hears them coming at him.
He's just going to go for this, man.
Yeah, just take very little, little amount of damage as you can to people with bandages, then go for the pickaxe. He takes him out. That's 7.
No, he was lost to the storm.
Yep. Oh, no. Wait, what?
He was lost to the storm.
Really?
Vivid
didn't get the elimination.
Yes, Vivid clipped him, but it wasn't enough.
And then, yeah, that's... So when you think about it with the double barrel, then Nox picking up the W with a beautiful T-pose.
I like that he looked away on the right side. Don't look at me.
But yeah, with the damage that the double barrel does, right? In the storm, you pop a shot, you get a lot of damage on that opponent. But yeah, the storm takes for 10. That's tough.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah, sadly. But
you got to think, too, he probably like hit him for like a ton of damage. He was like,
no doubt.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get it. And then it's just like he's eliminating it. And then you kind of saw him stop there for a moment. He was like, ugh. So he comes so close. He could have been the second player to receive a big bonus. But the Storm said, I am the second best player in the lobby. That elimination is mine. Let's take a look at the highlights coming out of this last game. My goodness. Now, Myth, correct me if I'm wrong. This was game number 4.
Yes.
That means we have 2 games left to go.
Yeah, the final matches. The last matches of this Fortnite Fall Skirmish weekend.
This is only week number 4, Myth. We got 2 games left to go. But my goodness, this match was super fun to watch and commentate. You know, you had people like Zuther popping off the entire time. Obviously, Vivid, Tfue as well. Just some really big names that made it super far.
Best night by
just Nibs. Come on, man. Let's see that. I want more of that. And also,
the snipes escape.
Are these just all snipes?
Yes, production.
There it is. Let's go. But again, man, in this, going back to Tfue for just a moment, again, utilizing all the tools at his disposal. This is something you touched on. Just knowing what tools you have available to you and maximizing their efficiency.
Yeah, and then at the same time, not getting tunneled by your tools or the rotation, but being in control of both, taking advantage of both, and just moving forward with both of them and using them both to their potential. I think that's what Tfue has going for him. He knows what he has, what are the limits, and he always has his eye on the map. Map awareness high, and he knows what he could take and what he can't.
That's right, man. Very skilled player there coming out of Tfue. I mean, again, I kind of talked about it a little bit, but he's just constantly calculating. No, he's always kind of going, okay, what do I need to do? Should I take this? This doesn't seem favorable. It's almost like have you ever thought about like when you play a game, you're like, that feels like I have like a 5% chance kind of thing. You're like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's Tfue all the time. He's like, what are the percentages? Running the numbers?
I think the crazy thing is that when you're looking at Tfue's gameplay, there is like it's a decision, and he makes it happen, and he just does it. He figures it out. He figures out what he wants to do, and then just plays it up. And that's what I think is a strength between really good players like Poach, Tfue, Vivid, is that they have a plan and they commit to that plan and they execute, and that is huge.
And that also plays into their confidence, right? Like you talked about, these 3 players, Vivid, Poach, and Tfue, once they make these decisions, there is no second guessing, like, was this the right play? No, they just go full send, and they're like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to play this out, whatever happens. Doesn't matter, but this is my decision. I'm going in. And it lends itself to some pretty incredible gameplay. But, Myth, before we go to break, we have standings. Let's see where players are at after game number 4 on the day. Tfue, look at this. He's just climbing up the ranks. I mean, Rift Raiders are probably very excited about this. 12 points for him. Aspect, Liquid, Vivid, and Poach right behind him, though. Now, there is kind of a point disparity between second and first place, right, in the 4 points. But again, that's just one stellar game. Then any of these guys could jump up. And obviously, don't forget, it's only top 20 that place in the money, so we'll hop over. Hogman, currently in 20th place, nudges out Amaze. Even the likes of Salt, Baldy, and Misdung. So there's like quite a few. Even the likes of Cloak are not that far from placing. Still have 2 games left to go, man. This is still anyone's game. It takes one stellar game, one big bonus activation, even getting up, let's say 10 eliminations in a single game. That could be 9 points that hit the board, and you're right behind TFU suddenly.
No doubt.
Any, oh, actually, we've got a replay coming up. Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Check this out. So this is that moment. Watch Vivid's play. One shot, misses the second. Ranger goes down, and then Vivid is just like, oh. He probably...
Yeah, it was done at that point.
Yeah.
There's nothing he could have done.
And you could tell for like one glimpse, he was moving, he was like, got it, and then he kind of watched the kill feed and was like, okay. It was, darn you, Storm, you're so strong.
Yeah.
My goodness. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to use that hashtag. We love hearing what you have to say. We hope you've been enjoying all the action. Let us know what you think of the big bonus format. What would you like to see done differently? And obviously, let's talk about Myth. He's provided so much insight coming into these games. It's been super fun casting with you, man. But any final word before we take a break?
Not really.
There you go.
I'm ready for a break. Let's go.
Ready for a break. Let's go.
Hopefully, well, actually, before, I want to see big bonus these next 2 games.
That's it.
That's it.
Big bonus. That is what we leave it on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5. See you soon.